Hi, I'm Ian from Teradici. I'm Technical Marketing Principal, and today we're really excited to be showing the Intel One API render framework being used in conjunction with Teradici Cloud Access software. So what we have here is a Xeon-based render farm in Portland, Oregon, which is doing real-time ray tracing rendering of a Moana Island scene, which is courtesy of Disney provided to us. And back in Portland, we have a HPC cluster which is doing real-time ray tracing using the One API toolkit and producing frames at this image, which is 160 billion objects being rendered at about 7 to 8 frames per second, which is pretty impressive, which allows artists to be rendering in real time rather than waiting for hours on end for the film to be produced in an offline rendering sense. So this is strictly CPU-based rendering. There's no graphics processors involved in this. And Teradici Cloud Access software is installed as an agent on this cluster and capturing the frames and streaming them over the public internet to here in Los Angeles, where we're displaying this on up to a 4K display resolution using the Teradici PCI over IP protocol, which is really well known in the media and entertainment industry. So typically artists would use something like a PCI IP 0 client device, or they could be using a lightweight endpoint like an Intel NUC device, which is what we're actually demonstrating here today. And the content for this rendering farm is secured in the cloud using TPN or MPAA best practices. PCI over IP is streaming out of the secure content network to the artist's desks, or here we're at an exhibit floor. And I can interact with this Moana scene, as you can see, in real time at their full frame rate. And we can zoom in and out of this island. We can go to different, here we're instantaneously zooming into a scene within the image reference, and generally in the background here over a few seconds we're getting up to the full clarity of the image processing. The PCI over IP protocol is taking advantage of doing the most network bandwidth available, giving you color accuracy, which is what our artists expect. We're getting up to 4K, and the render frame rate here is 7 or 8 frames per second, but of course PCI over IP protocol supports up to 60 frames per second. So this is an awesome match between Intel technology using AVX2 rendering, then AVX2 compression on the host side, and down to an AVX2 based Intel decoder on the client side. So that's the solution, and I'm glad to have been able to show it to you today. Thank you.